Charlie in the Chocolate Cell Factory. Charlie won the grand tour for a chocolate cell factory. Charlie is taught by Willy Wonka about all the organelles in cells. He starts the tour with the cell membrane. The cell membrane is the protection for the cells and can let things exit and enter from it. Almost all cells have cell membranes. The cell membrane can be found in both animal and plant cells. The cell membrane act like a plastic bag because they both keep things in and out, Charlie said. The next stop of the tour is the cell wall. The cell wall is a strong outer layer that surrounds the cell membrane and can be found only in plant cells. The cell wall is very important because it helps determine the difference between plant and animal cells. The cell wall is the protection for the plant cells. The small holes found in the cell wall lets nutrients and other materials pass through it. This shows that bricks act like cell walls because the bricks protect the house like the cell wall protects the cell, says Charlie. Next, Charlie is introduced to the ribosomes. The ribosomes' function is to produce proteins. Ribosomes are found free in the cytoplasm or attached to the endoplasmic reticulum, forming the rough ER. It all depends on the number of ribosomes by the activity of the cell. Ribosomes are located in both animal and plant cells. Ribosomes are like indoor farms because it makes the protein like indoor farms make food, said Charlie. Charlie later asked, "What do the Golgi bodies do?" "Well, they can be thought as the mail room," said Willy Wonka. "They send things throughout the cell," he explains. "They also store and package proteins and lipids made in the endoplasmic reticulum." The Golgi bodies are located in both animal and plant cells. Golgi bodies are like mail because they both transport things, said Charlie. Next stop is the endoplasmic reticulum room. Willy Wonka says, "This part of the cell is a network of tubes and carries materials through the cell. There are two different parts of the endoplasmic reticulum. One is called rough ER because the ribosomes are attached to the sides and create proteins for the cell. The other part is called smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Its job is to remove toxins and other things from the cell. The ER is located both in animal and plant cells. The endoplasmic reticulum is like roads because it brings proteins to different places, like roads bring people to different places," Charlie said. Willy Wonka then tells Charlie about the chloroplast. The chloroplast capture energy from sunlight and gives plants their green color, as they act as the food producers of the cell. The chloroplasts are located in plant cells, not animal cells. The chloroplast is in the plant cells are part in which the sunlight, carbon dioxide, and the water are used to make sugars into oxygen. Chloroplast converts energy into sugar, like bowel turns ingredients into food, said Charlie. Then Charlie is shown the cytoplasm. The cytoplasm are jelly-like material and are found inside the cell membrane. The cytoplasm supports and protects the cell organelles. Cytoplasms are found in animal and plant cells. They also fill up the space between the nucleus and cell membrane. This shows that the cytoplasm is like the floor in the house because it supports the cell organelle like the floor supports the items inside the house, Charlie said. Willy Wonka then explains the lysosomes, starting with its function. They break down food particles into smaller ones. Lysosomes are small and contain a membrane. They are found in animal cells but are uncommonly found in plant cells. This shows that bags hold your stuff like lysosomes hold enzymes to be used, said Charlie. Willy Wonka then shows Charlie the nucleus. The nucleus are large oval shaped and acts like the brain of the cell. The nucleus directs all the cell's activity and can be found in plant and some animal cells. It also helps control movement, eating, and reproduction in the cell. This shows that parents are like the nucleus because they direct the activities and are in charge like nucleus directs the cell's activities, Charlie said. The mitochondrion is the next step Willy Wonka shows Charlie. The mitochondria are bean-shaped with inner membranes. The mitochondrion breaks down sugar molecules into energy and is located in both animal and plant cells. The mitochondria is like a battery because it provides power for the cell like the battery provides the power for electricity, says Charlie. Charlie is then introduced to the vacuole. The vacuole stores food and water. Plants need to store a large amount of food. The vacuole is a fluid-filled sac and can be found in some plants and small animal cells. This shows that the vacuole is like a water container because it stores water like the container does, said Charlie. Willy Wonka tells Charlie about the nuclear membrane. The nuclear membrane surrounds the nucleus. It controls the movement that enters and exits the nucleus. The nuclear membrane is found in both animal and plant cells. This shows that doors are like nuclear membrane because it lets things in and out like nuclear membrane, said Charlie. Finally, after the tour, Willy Wonka tells Charlie the difference between animal and plant cells. Plant cells are usually smaller than animal cells. They also contain structures that animal cells do not contain, like the cell wall. Animal cells are smaller and are only found in some organelles. Plant cells have chloroplast and cell walls. Animal cells don't have that. They both have cytoplasms, Golgi bodies, ribosomes, lysosomes, vacuole, mitochondrion, cell membrane, and nucleus. The end.